series in a row the White Sox have won, starting to get some consistency down there on the south side. Now 7 under 500 and 7 games out. They got off to a bad start today when Dave Winfield launched one off Floyd Bannister, 2-0 in the first. But the White Sox wiped out that.
Could it be repeated anywhere?
First one came in on the base hit by Julio Cruz. And after a wild pitch tied it up, John Cangelosi came through. Not hard hit, but well placed. It was 3-2 Chicago, and that was all they needed today. Good relief work by Dave Schmidt, who fooled Winfield real nicely right here. Good play at shortstop on the bat by Ozzie Guillen. How about compared to the play that Cangelosi made later on in the 7th inning? Claudell Washington took him to the wall, but Cangelosi went back, and made the catch. Sox win 5-2. Fregosi liked the finish, and the players are starting to like Fregosi.
We pinged them to death today. We gave them a beating they'll probably never forget.
He's doing a great job, and he's letting us play, and it was just a matter of time before we turned things around for the club, and we're playing good ball, and everybody's coming around. We're getting good pitching, good defense, and we're having that big inning where early in the year we didn't have that big inning, and that's helped us out tremendously.
Okay, Sox now 7 behind Texas, which lost to Detroit today. California beat Toronto, and Cleveland shut out Kansas City this time. In the American League East, Boston now 8 games in front, thanks in part to Tom Seaver. Went 7 innings, gave up only 4 hits, and struck out 5. Seaver got himself a lead early, too, when Jim Rice muscled a single into right center field in the first inning to make it 1-0 Boston. Seaver, being close to home, must be agreeing with him. Today was one of his best games of the year. And with Boston, he's going to get a lot of support, too, offensively. 7th inning, Tony Armas got a curveball up in his eyes and hit it over the Green Monster and left. The Red Sox beat Seattle 7-3, and Seaver now 2-0 with his new baseball team. Other scores in the American today: Baltimore shut out Minnesota 1-0, and Oakland beat Milwaukee 6-3. Meanwhile, the Cubs wrapped up their 4-game trip to San Diego today with a grand total of 6 runs. It's no wonder they lost 3 out of 4. The Padres beat them today by a score of 2-1. San Diego off to a lead in the very first inning off Scott Sanderson when Marvelous Marvell Wynn led off with a home run, a long one, too. It was 1-0 San Diego. Seems like the Cubs are always behind these days, enough to make a manager sick over there on the bench. The lead went to 2-0 in the 4th. Kevin McReynolds at 3rd. Gary Templeton with a fly ball to center field, deep enough to score the runner, and that turned out to be the game-winning RBI because the Cubs did finally scratch one out in the 6th inning. Base hit by Sean Dunston scored Terry Francona from second base 2-1. But that was it. Yesterday, Lee Smith struck out the side of the 9th to save it for Chicago. Today, Goose Gossage did the same thing for San Diego. There goes Mumphrey, there goes Bosley, and here goes Gary Matthews, and the Padres win it, final score 2-1. Elsewhere in the National, the Mets beat the Astros 5-3, and Montreal beat Atlanta today, but that wasn't the story in this game. The story was Bob Horner of the Atlanta Braves. In the 2nd inning, Horner hit a fastball way over the left field wall for his 14th home run of the season. Later on, 4th inning, Horner's up again. Braves trail 4-1. There it goes again. 2 for 2 for Bob Horner, and they weren't cheap ones either. Here comes Bob back up again in the 5th. 2 on, you guessed it, 3-homer game for Bob Horner in 3 trips. He popped up in the 7th, but got one more shot in the 9th, and Pete Van Wieren called it like this.
Reardon delivers. There's a fly ball deep left center field.